Hello, my name is Amy Uloho, and I am a seventh grade math teacher at May South Middle School in Wichita, Kansas. I joined the Transition to Teaching program in 2019. I finished a couple years ago, but I am still needing to finish a couple of classes to complete my master's. So I have this class and educational research this summer, and then I will obviously need to take my cumulative test or I forget what it's called, but I need to take my test and then I will be finished. Originally, I did think I would take on a leadership role as an administrator, but I really like being in the classroom and I really love teaching math. I'm not sure what I would do if I didn't get to talk about math all day. So we will see. We'll see where I wind up, but for now, I really foresee just finishing, getting my master's, and staying in the classroom. So that's about my professional life. My personal life, I have a husband named Gift, and I have three awesome kids, Roman, Reeve, and Isla. We have a little Scotty dog named Jax. We like to do basically anything outside. We like to hang out with our neighbors. We like to go for bike rides. We like to go to the zoo. If it's outside, we like to do it. But we like indoor sports, oddly enough. For the most part, we like soccer, but volleyball and basketball are other ones. So, all right. To describe a good leader, I would say that is someone who creates a culture of trust and kindness, and the people within that culture feel like they can rely on each other. I feel like a good leader is personable. They don't make you feel like like they're above you. I don't think that serves anyone very well. So, I guess I would also say the best bosses I've ever had trust you. They trust you to do your job, and they're there to help you if you need it. I also respect when someone says, I cannot be the master of all things. I need help from my colleagues. So I think a good leader also delegates and uses their resources well, and trusts the people that they work with, unless given obviously a reason not to. So a bad leader, I would say, is someone who is always looking for something to criticize. I don't think that is helpful or fruitful. There's ways to help coach or motivate employees that maybe aren't doing what they're supposed to do. But for the most part, especially in teaching, I feel like people are typically there for the right reasons. They are not there for the paycheck. So, an administrator in a school needs to be someone who walks the walk and is amongst the rest of us, in the trenches. They don't, sit on their high horse and just judge. I think a bad leader across the board, whether in education or other industries, is someone who micromanages. No grown-up likes to be told what to do all the time. I think micromanagement is probably the number one way to undermine your employees. I do think a bad manager is also someone who lacks knowledge, but also does not want to admit that they lack the knowledge. I can respect someone who says, that's not really my area of expertise and I'm looking for help and brainstorming and, something like that. But someone who lacks the knowledge and refuses to admit it usually turns out to be a bad leader. So how have leaders affected me? I know that was one of the questions. I've worked for, great bosses, outstanding bosses, and I've had maybe one in particular that was the worst of the worst, I would have to say. And that trait of just trusting your employees and working alongside them and making them feel like they're part of a team, that it's not just them on a boat by themselves rowing in one direction. I think that's what makes the difference between good leadership and bad leadership. Thanks.